Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, everybody, it's Jackie Bros.
No.
What?
I can't do it.
What do you mean you can't
I
do
can't.
this? I don't. If you ain't gonna do it, then I don't have to. I'll get out.
They're going to hear me wiping the sweat off my face every 3 seconds.
All right.
What in the hell did you do? Why did you turn? First of all, why did you turn the heat on damn early?
It's been wet and raining, a little cold around here. I just want to keep from getting the cold.
Refreshingly crisp is how I call it.
No. You're safer this way if you keep it. Now, you talking to a man. Now, I worked in overalls and a flannel shirt for years back in the kitchen making barbecue. So what's hot to you ain't, to me, this seems about right. I think, it's a little toasty.
It's goddamn 100 fucking degrees in here. Listen,
watch your mouth.
First of all, and you broke the thermostat or whatever, the damn thing on the wall with your stupid hands that don't know how to work.
Get it fixed later. It ain't, but right now it ain't bothering me. Right now I don't see a problem with it. It's a little warm in here, yes. I'll give you that. But I don't think it's,
Yeah, I think his beer's done hot. I just brought it down here from the cooler. It opened good.
Well,
I like that to do that sound right into the damn microphone.
I know.
It's so hot down here, Jackie.
All right.
It's almost as if it's not the 50 and 60-ish degree weather of Middle Tennessee in October. It feels more like the unseasonably hot, blistering heat of Los Angeles, California today.
Yeah.
Strangely enough.
Yeah.
102 degrees in Los Angeles.
Yeah. Well, they deserve it.
They do deserve it.
Yeah.
Not the fire.
No, not the fire. No.
When California's on fire, nobody deserves fire.
Nobody deserves to be burnt up. But to be hot, uncomfortable,
they deserve that.
Yes, of course.
Every bit of that.
All of them out there, yeah.
Especially the men.
Huh?
And the men in Tennessee. So I guess I'm reaping what I sowed. I get it.
Huh? Well, I got a good sponsor on this one here. Let me tell you about this sponsor I got.
Good, because it's hot as hell. Let's see how fast we can. You think people mind if we did like a 25-minute one?
I think they'd prefer that is what they'd like. If you could get it down to 30 minutes, that's as long as I ever want to watch or listen to anything. Some movies a little bit longer, but even those you could cut out stuff in it and just make it just right, about 30 minutes. That's right. Everything should be 30 minutes. Plays, I'd go see a play. I'd sit in a theater for that long.
Also, Netflix shows should only be like 6-8 episodes.
No, Rockford got a bunch of episodes on Flix.
Defenders, 8 episodes, perfect length.
I don't know what that is. Well, I got a good.
I'm wilting, Jackie.
Just shut your mouth.
Like if you take a cooler full of sandwiches to the lake, and some idiot put lettuce on them sandwiches, and you pull it out, you're like, who put this lettuce is a soft, limp pile.
All right.
That's what I am, Jackie. I'm a soft, limp pile.
Well, I ain't going to argue there. I tell you what, people, whether it's 25 minutes or an hour and a half or however long, people don't want to hear you complain about how miserable you are. Nobody wants to hear that.
This soft, furry valley between my breasts is so damp and moist.
All right, I'm not going to listen to that. Just shut your mouth. Nobody wants to know that. Well, this time of year gets around close. We're looking at Happy Halloween time. Children getting candy and everything. So
Skeletons.
That's right. Witches, Bram Stoker's Dracula's.
Oh, that's a scary one.
The Frankenstein, all of them. Wolfman, all
Leprechaun.
of them. Huh?
Leprechaun.
That's on, no. Now, they're scary, but that comes around, that's what you call St. Patrick's Day. That's when you batten down the hatches and hide, close the curtains, lock the doors.
So to you, St. Patrick's Day is scary.
That's a leprechaun, and I know it ain't. Look, it ain't necessarily real. I know it ain't real. I saw the movies of those, and that, I wish that was shorter because I just won't be scared and go. But that thing kept scaring me.
Did you watch all the movies?
All the movies.
Did you watch all the Leprechaun movies?
No, I didn't see. You think I watched one? It scared the hell out of me. I ain't gonna watch any more of them. The Leprechauns in the Hood. Him, what he did, that thing just creeping up. I don't like it. No, sir.
Is it the creeping up on you that gets you? Or
well, man, sometimes he just appears there, whatever, the way he looks.
Because I haven't seen those films, but a lot of them, it doesn't seem like he's doing a lot of creeping. It's just more just
he's
like
there, yeah,
awkwardly getting from place to place.
Well, he's little, so you looking normal like you normally do, and you hear something, look down, and you see that's liable to scare the hell out of I'm telling you. I don't want to see any more of them, but that's ever since then. I just in the back of my head, and I know ain't no such thing as Bigfoot. Ain't no such thing Loch Ness Monster. Ain't all those things. I know it's a bunch of bull. All those Halloween movies, all scary movies, whatever it is. Leprechaun just maybe I ain't saying it's real. I know better, but if I had to put $1 on any of those monsters, something maybe possible, because that's legends, over there.
Legends in fake news.
Well,
fairy tale news is what they used to call it.
Fairy tales, yeah. But that, that comes from somewhere. They just come, somebody had to run. I think somebody, I don't know. But anyway, St. Patrick's Day.
You think somebody saw a leprechaun and then told somebody else about it, and then it becomes a folk tale?
Well, had to start somewhere, didn't it?
Sometimes that's how religions get started.
Well, that's true. But, some of them, though, maybe if there's 4 or 5 people there, say they's camping or something, and a leprechaun come out and, woke them all up.
Did you see Jesus and he told you the different places he lived? Or did you see a leprechaun and he told you where his gold was? One becomes a very rich religion man, and the other one just...
Folktale, whatever. Folktale,
forgotten.
Yeah.
Forgotten by the...
It's all how you tell it.
It's how you tell it.
It's how you tell it. That's how, it could be if you tell it in a dramatic way. Like if they listen, and it's just silly talking this way.
Well, it's Halloween time. Ghost stories.
Right,
go ahead.
All right. Like if you took somehow got to put it in a box or something, or
a leprechaun.
Time machine. No, the movie.
Oh.
And you took that way back in time and showed everybody Leprechaun in the Hood. And then you go to now, it's
how far back in time are we talking?
I don't know, horse and buggy days, something like that.
I thought maybe you meant to the ancient myths of.
Maybe, yeah. I got is that when it was? There's horses over there. King Arthur and stuff rode on a horse.
Okay. Let's just say King Arthur time. We'll split the difference.
And that
go back to King Arthur. Well, wait, King Arthur is also a legend.
Well, see what I mean? That's where it should be then, right?
Yep.
But if somebody saw that. By now, some people be scared, some people laugh, some people think it's silly, some people leave. And some people take it real seriously. And you get that time machine, come back nowadays, that may be the church everywhere. It's Leprechaun in the Hood. It's church on every corner. Because somebody saw that years ago and, told the story in such a way that people had to tithe to him, or had to marry up, wives and things like that.
I was with you for a second, but then Well, Jackie, the way you tell a story, it's sort of like how we were going to go see Blade Runner: The Future.
Yeah, I don't care nothing about that.
Well, Jackie was having trouble sleeping, so I said, I got the movie for you.
It was loud. You'd fall asleep, and you'd rest a little bit, and then nice, like angel music or something. And I'd fall, and then the next man, and wait.
That's movies now. It doesn't matter if it's a comedy. You go see like Diane Keaton in something. It's like, boom. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, watch your mouth. But I don't like
Keaton scared the shit out of me.
They're gonna need to open up a theater, not so loud theater. They need to have one of those, the same movie playing it, but not so damn loud.
Instead of editing out all the cuss words and boobs, why don't you edit out all the boom?
I don't want any of that.
I went to see.
But one of them hurts my ears, and the other two, I shield my eyes from that sort of feel. But the hurting your ears, you can't get around that unless I guess you put cotton up in them or something, wear some earmuffs or something to the movie. But it's
Annabelle
loud.
50 scared the shit out of me. My ears. I scared the shit out of my ears with all its loud jumping. Annabelle, that's a scare. What if Leprechaun met Annabelle, the doll?
I don't know that one. And probably if it's a girl, if they're both mean, they get married. Have children, the Lord knows what that'd be.
Trump.
Hell yeah.
Political satire.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were getting ready to go see Blade Runner, and I made Jackie watch the first Blade Runner, and he swore up and down. You know that part where Larry, Daryl, and Daryl makes all the little toys come to life? He said, there goes Leprechaun. I said, it's just another man in a suit.
Looked like it, though. He was there. He had them. You talk. Larry, Daryl, and Daryl had all them leprechauns running around his house, or at least a couple of them. But they in a movie. Now, people don't take this the wrong way. It ain't that I'm scared of little people. Little people are nice as can be.
God, how it's starting to sound.
No, I didn't. I won't make that clear right now. It's not. I'm
It's
talking
when
about monsters. Because Fantasy Island, I like every little person is fine with me. I don't like a one to scream, holler, grab you, kill you. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I don't have nothing
That could
to do
be
with.
any kind of person, honestly. Like the
Well,
ones that
yeah,
grab
but
you,
the
kill you.
leprechaun happens to be little is the thing. And whatever it was in the movie you was showing, the robot board put me to sleep. They had one come across the floor, and he had,
I will say that's the scariest part of Blade Runner.
Well, he was dressed up like, he didn't look like a regular little person. He had something monster on his face. That's what I'm trying to say. But I don't care for it.
And then it's an awful world. I'll just go ahead and say it. So then Harrison Ford rapes Sean Young, and Sean Young gets accused of being crazy for the next 15 years until you never hear from her again.
Oh, wow.
That's Hollywood. I mean, he didn't do it in real life. Well, we were doing really great until I brought up reality. Go ahead, Jackie. What's your sponsor?
Primarily pumpkins. This time of year, you remember Ted and Ralph, don't you?
Ted and Ralph from damn Glory Shelf.
Glory Shelf. And
how have they been doing? They got married.
They got married a few years back now. That was a mess.
I can't remember exactly how. I bet everybody's favorite part of this podcast is when we attempt to remember our own bullshit.
Well, hey, they got together. They was married, and I think they separated for a while. Now they're back together. As far as I know, everything's fine.
Glory Shelf Books and Balloons. They brought the balloon. When they got back together, they brought the balloons into the Glory Shelf. And now it's,
the Christian bookstore. Anyway, well, this is on the side of that, and this is Ralph's doing. Now, Ted didn't, Ted helped him, I guess, a little bit, but this is Ralph's, and it's what you call, now, he's trying to explain to me, it's a Pop-Tart store, push-up store. It's just for now, like it's just for a limited time. Pop-up store. Well, that's what this is, and it's just for Halloween, October time, and it's primarily pumpkins. That's the name of it, and they got all sorts of pumpkins down.
It's where Demas is. Remember when Demas? If you're not from Murfreesboro, Demas's Steak and Spaghetti House, is long time, and every once in a while they'll open up another location here or there, and this was the one. It was under the old bridge, and then they remember that they called it the Troll Demas.
Troll Demas, yeah.
Because it was scary. It was a scary. I remember some Halloween. People didn't even know that Demas's existed. And I remember some Halloweens we'd go out there just to spook ourselves.
It was fun, and the food's always good.
Once you got in the restaurant, it was like any other Demas's, but
outside it looked like a haunted house thing,
And that I heard noises walk in the parking lot that was scary.
Well, but once you're in there, it's just Demas's, and the food's good. I like just got a little steak, not too much meat on it, just a little bit of. What, a little 6-ounce, 5-ounce little steak and a good spaghetti.
Get that Greek spaghetti and them rolls and rolls they got.
Yeah, melt in their mouth.
They're not our sponsor this week. We're just talking. They had one in a really.
We ain't that high.
No, Demas is giving us some money.
They couldn't. Oh no.
Well, that'd be.
That's high dollar stuff. Well, it ain't too expensive. That's that's
no, you can get a reasonable meal in there.
Reasonable price. Demas is. Again, not our sponsor, but
if you're in the Murfreesboro area and you're not a fucking white supremacist, go into Demas's, get you something good to eat. It's a good restaurant. I hadn't been there in a long time. I'm not allowed in anymore. Any of the locations.
Well, the scary one, you probably, if you put on costume or something with Halloween, that style, they wouldn't, wouldn't recognize you. But you didn't hear it from me.
Oh, that's a good idea because it's how I could disguise myself. How bad do I want some fucking Greek spaghetti? I go to the goddamn store.
Watch your mouth. No, Demas is
put
good.
Like some
little steak on the side.
Cheese on
little
it or
steak
whatever.
on the side is good.
The steak's good. The steak's good. The roll's good. The whole thing.
Spaghetti's good. It ain't too.
Salads are good there. Crisp.
Yeah. But you don't. You can't mess up spaghetti. You have to go way out of your way to mess up
Here's-
spaghetti first off, because anybody can make it. Nothing.
That's true. Like the dumbest motherfucker.
Hey, don't say it that way. But yeah, anybody pull something in his arm, boil something. Anybody do that. But it's a little better than regular spaghetti.
No, it's a lot better than regular
Yeah.
spaghetti. We don't want to downplay. It's delicious.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You were talking up the rolls and the steak, but the spaghetti part of it, it's all part of it.
It all goes together.
All together
This
is
is a real restaurant, folks. It's steak and spaghetti. Demas's, longtime Murfreesboro. And the only way, I'll tell you how you mess it up, put it under a scary-ass bridge. Nobody wants,
again, it's scary going there, but once you got in.
once you got in, but I mean, that's like a lot of places. Once you get there, it's fine, but I don't want
Well,
to
it's
go
supposed
through.
to scare. It's Halloween. It's supposed to scare you. That's what it's
Yeah,
supposed
but it's
to
there
do.
year-round. But now so finally they closed it down, and now it's a pop-up. What is it?
This is primarily pumpkins. This ain't got nothing to do with the Demas.
No, it's just
nothing.
where the scary Demas's
I
used
told
to be.
you, Ralph, it's that location. Yes, thank you. It's that location, but it's a patch-up. It's going to be
Pop-up.
there just for a while.
Just temporarily.
It's primarily pumpkins. Ralph's got its Halloween
Do you
thing.
call whenever like a big like sports warehouse goes out of business or a damn old when the Piggly Wiggly they finally shut down that last like whenever one of those big stores goes out and they put in like a Halloween super center,
Wow.
are those pop-ups too? Because they're only there for a second. They're there for like 2 months and like a closed out building, but you don't call them pop-ups.
I don't know, do you?
Maybe.
Well,
What am I, the Chamber of fucking Commerce?
All right. I don't know either, but I don't. But this place is not. The costumes, I don't think so much. Primarily, it's pumpkins. Primarily, pumpkins is the name of it.
Do they have costumes?
If they do, they may have. I don't. I know primarily what they got is
Do
pumpkins.
they have pumpkins?
Yes, certainly, yes, sir. Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
all pumpkins?
Well, no, there's a few other things there, but I think primarily it's
Primarily it's pumpkins.
Yeah, pumpkins is what it is.
I heard somebody went in there and they had like the day they opened
Yeah.
and they didn't have their pumpkins in yet. So they had
Why?
all the other stuff and they're like, I thought this was primarily pumpkins. I don't know if it was Ted or Ralph or Keisha. I don't know who was
Well, it's
working.
Ralph was. I don't know if Ted's working there. He got to run the.
But
you know.
Keisha's helping out.
All right. Well, may have been. Yeah.
And they said, well, no, I see all these empty shelves. That's where the pumpkins are going to go. Well, you still calling it primarily pumpkins, and today it is not. We'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah. And they showed you. Yeah, they'll show you what's because now it's just it's like
primarily
I said,
pumpkins.
That's what you mostly see.
What's
yeah.
the other stuff they have in there?
Yeah, Halloween stuff, different things like that. I don't know. You know, what do you know, Halloween?
Candy?
What do you? Maybe some
Costumes?
Well, I said he didn't have too many costumes. He told me that. I know that. If they do, they got one that maybe
Witches makeup?
I don't. I don't know. I know it's mostly pumpkins, primarily
pumpkins.
Yes, and but let me tell you what they got going on down there. This is something right here. Now you remember. Now if you this again, like if you don't know Demas's, you're not gonna know this. Back in.
That's a good test.
Well, but let me explain what it is. This is what I'm trying to say. It's important to folks around here. They're going to have down there, come out of retirement, because the show ain't been on for years, but if you grew up in I remember used to watch it all the time. Pumpkin Pirate used to be on Channel 8, local children's thing.
Oh, it was, the Pumpkin Pirate.
Pumpkin Pirate, he had like a jack-o'-lantern head, had a pirate hat on, a hook, and a bird on him. And kids...
That bird would get in there and eat some of that pumpkin.
Oh, yeah, getting the seeds out, yeah,
Get
yeah.
the seeds out of that pumpkin.
Yeah.
It was kind of, I think it was just a bird feeder that somebody did a voice for and shook.
Well, they had one bird when it started. By the end there, you're right, it may be because there was like 3 or 4 birds.
Well, and whenever they do an outside episode, he would just get swarmed.
Well, you won't see some swarming. You better get down to primarily pumpkin.
So they brought the pirate pumpkin
out of retirement, coming just
the
for
pumpkin
this,
pirate.
just for this weekend. That's it. You know, this
He
is all
wasn't
you
even
get.
on Channel 8. He was on Channel 8's the educational PBS station up in Nashville.
What was he on there?
Well, he was on the Murfreesboro Channel 8. They called it Little Channel 8,
Little
but it was
Channel 8.
Channel 16.
Channel 16, Little Channel 8. Yeah,
Yeah,
here
the
in
one.
Murfreesboro.
So
Yeah,
it had some Murfreesboro local.
that's what it had on there. Yeah,
Murfreesboro's close to Nashville, but it ain't. It ain't a suburb of Nashville. It's its own
it's
thing.
its own thing now.
But
yeah.
it kind of
yeah.
is.
Yeah. used to be, still is kind of bigger.
But
everything.
different.
Yeah, different now.
So that's why if you went up to Nashville and you said, "Hey, I was watching the Pumpkin Pirate today," they'd be, "What the fuck are you on?"
Hey, don't say it like that. I don't
like,
need
"Oh,
to hear
no,
the
no."
words. Just I don't want other language, is all.
You didn't see Flitty and Twitter coming after and eating them seeds out of his pumpkin head?
The Pumpkin Pirate's going to be down there. Come see the birds and him. And also, if you're an animal lover, get your kids early down there Sunday morning, because this is only for a few hours Sunday morning. It says if you get in line early so they can pet the pumpkin monkey. And it's going to be down
The pumpkin monkey?
to pet the pumpkin monkey. There'll be a line to pet him. Everybody wants to see him. Get your children down there
Hey,
early.
Jackie, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What is a pumpkin monkey?
It's something that Ralph got together down there. I think it's real. It's
a real
little
monkey.
But yeah, maybe probably got a hat on or something. I don't know. Yeah, if it's a monkey with the clothes on, then it's worth seeing whether it's got pumpkin in the name or not.
Well, what I'm curious about is the pumpkin part. Is it a monkey that lives in a pumpkin?
That may be what it is. That sounds likely if the pumpkin's big enough and the monkey's small enough. Yeah.
Like in nature?
Monkey eats seeds and things too. Like monkey'll eat, berries, seeds, nuts, that sort of thing.
So maybe this is one of them little, like a spider monkey, and he's hollered out one of the biggest pumpkins he could find and made a little home for him?
Well, the only way you're going to find out if you get down there Sunday, get down there early, get in line. You can pet him. You can pet him. It's pet the
You
pumpkin
make it
monkey.
out like it's a mystery, but it's just you not asking the right questions when Ralph comes to you.
You don't have all the answers either, though. So you didn't talk to him. You don't know what it is.
No, I didn't. If I talked to him, I said, "What is a pumpkin monkey?"
I'm
That'd been the
supposed to
first thing out of my mouth.
Read the thing and help let people be aware of his pot-up store. Primarily pumpkins. These are things that are extra that he's doing. And
Why didn't he just do this at the Glory Shelf? Why is he doing his own pop-up?
Something him and Ted don't see eye to eye on something. It ain't my business. I don't know. But I just wouldn't. That's the impression
Probably-
I got talking to him.
Ted was like, "You gonna bring a fucking monkey in
Hey,
this?"
don't. If he did say it, he wouldn't have said the word you said in it. He wouldn't have said it that way. Primarily pumpkin, folks. Come on down there, pumpkins. You only got a little time now between now and Halloween, so get on down there. It'll be open a couple of days after. But get on down there.
Scariest part's gonna be getting in the damn door. Do they sell pumpkins?
Primarily, yeah.
I mean, they sell them. They don't just have them for decoration.
No, yeah. It's a store. If a store's called Primarily Pumpkin and somebody goes there and they can't buy a pumpkin, something's wrong. And I know Ralph ain't that, he got more smarts to him than that.
That could have happened with some sponsors in the past. That could have been like
Some
Primarily
other, but not-
pumpkins,
not-
but they don't sell them. What?
Well, now Ralph ain't pulling nothing like that, huh? He wouldn't do it.
So that's primarily pumpkins.
Huh?
Scary under the bridge. Do they still? You think if you went in there and asked for a little steak and some Greek spaghetti, they'd give it to you?
I don't think so.
I think the Greek spaghetti was extra
Might have been.
because the Demuses were Greeks.
Well, yeah. Good food.
Good food, good people.
Yeah, reasonable price, too. Reasonable price. Yeah.
Healthy portions, but not too much. You don't go out there going.
Well,
like,
you get a little piece of meat and you get a roll and some spaghetti. That's more than a full. Sometimes you just get meat and a roll. Sometimes you just get spaghetti.
where you go to get meat in a roll? A damn hobo kitchen?
No, you
don't even get like green beans or anything.
If you want to. What I'm saying is, you get the spaghetti on top of that with that, all three of that. That's more than a full meal.
It's a surprise. Like if you didn't know, you're like, "I'll have the steak and a roll, please." You're like, well, guess what you get with that? I mean, what? Spaghetti?
Surprise, yeah, it's extra.
That's like a joke.
Huh?
Like an Alan Funt joke.
Who?
I don't know why all this is making me laugh. It's not really funny.
No.
Jackie, I got a great sponsor this week.
Yeah. I don't know. Till I had.
Did you smell that in the air?
Huh?
Can you smell it?
I don't smell them. No.
Fear.
Fair.
It's Halloween time, folks. Here comes the creepy critters crawling up the driveway. How many times have you been out at midnight on a starless night and heard the whispers of the dead?
Not me. Too late. I ain't gonna be up that late. I don't care what time of year it is.
Folks, how many times have you heard Satan trying to lure you onto his path?
You probably have that memorized by now.
To bend to his will.
Yep.
Because Satan doesn't just come up to you on a starless night on 3 a.m., the witching hour. Is 3 a.m. supposed to be spookier than midnight now?
I wouldn't know I'm in bed every night by
When did that happen?
7:30.
When you see ghost videos on the damn Facebook, and they're like, and it's happened at 3 a.m., the witchy, when the spirits, like, when did 3 a.m.? Is that from The Conjuring?
I wouldn't know anything about it.
Because midnight.
I don't keep up with witches.
That's when Casper wakes up.
He's up during the daytime too, isn't he? Casper up all the time, isn't he? I seen him in the day. I seen Casper run around the house when the sun's up. They looking out the window or something.
Yeah, that sounds right. I'm not 100%. I don't think he's just up at night. He's not Dracula. He's Casper.
Yeah, ghost anytime.
Not like
anytime
the sunlight burns him.
No. He dead already. He comes out all the time during the day whenever he wants to. Because he's outside playing with children and stuff. He just don't get up at night because all the other kids be in bed.
He can walk through a tree like a fat little kitty pride.
Yeah.
Whew. Lord Satan's Blood Farm, and that's spelled with 2 U's, Jackie.
What?
Do you want to get taught a lesson?
No, not by no Satan or nothing. What are you talking about?
Do you want to get taught a lesson by the Rat Hollow Baptist Church?
Well, it may have a thing or two everyone needs to hear every now and then, yeah.
Folks, there's a lot of Baptist churches in the Murfreesboro area, but the Rat Hollow Baptist Church, they go out of their way to make you feel bad about what you're doing. They go the extra mile to make you feel guilty and horrible, and that to me says that they care about your soul. And I'm not just saying that because they give me $25 to read this spot.
Well, you telling me it's them putting up the what is it?
They've done haunted houses before.
It's like spook house. You go
spook
through it.
House.
All right. Yeah.
And they take the kids through, and they see the tormented souls that never turned their life over to Jesus Christ.
Yep.
They see the horrible highway accidents where the people were killed because of drunk driving.
Mm-hmm.
They see
drugs.
Yep. People strung out with the needles in their arm. They see demons gnawing on the private parts of orgy havers.
Orgy? What?
So this year they went really all out, and they're playing like they are fucking blasting.
All right, don't.
The Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
And they're just in Marilyn Manson. You know how kids love Marilyn Manson nowadays. Just
who is it?
Turning that up. Bum, bum, bum. Any song, it goes bum, bum, bum. And somebody goes or somebody goes like a high-pitched squeal. And then they just went overboard with the blood and the gore. And they really wanted to focus on abstinence. So there's lots of like orgies, and then you see them paying for the orgies. But I think the scenes where they pay for having the orgies in the afterlife maybe were not done as strongly as the scenes with the orgies.
Well, so kids ain't looking at orgies, are they? That don't sound anything like a Baptist church would put on to me.
Well, the thing is, what I'm hearing.
Well, is it like Adam and Eve where the leaves are covering stuff? Adam and Eve, you had them, and of course we knew they was naked, but the leaves would cover the parts, you know. For children, you still need to learn about Adam and Eve, but you don't need to look at the naked part.
It's like that, but you don't really get to see them like naked, but they're wearing body stockings, so it's like Taylor Swift new video where you think she's gonna be naked and like kind of is naked. And you kind of see the outlines of things.
Oh,
and kids getting kind of.
No.
I just don't know. I think they were like, we're going to really hammer home the message this year. And then what I think they did is they went too far in that children are turning towards Satan after they get out of this.
What?
Well, I think what they did was they just made all the bad parts too cool looking. and they didn't really focus enough on the lesson learned or the torment in the afterlife. And even the torment, it's got that cool soundtrack, like dun-dun-dun-dun, or there's some Ozzy playing, like they get some tracks from the Boneyard.
What is it?
And kids just like, oh, that sounds cool. Look at that. And then the other thing is, whether kids think it's good, they kill a goat.
What?
Well, they just make it look real. They don't really kill a goat.
Well, if you're doing it like you're supposed to on a farm and they have strong, if you do it
No,
the
it's supposed to be like a Satanist sacrifice.
Oh, no,
It's supposed to scare kids, but kids are like, fuck, kill another one.
Hey, what's
Look, here's the thing.
Say it like
You could argue about how they portrayed some of these scenes and if they went far enough in making sure that the kids learned the lesson and they saw about the everlasting pain and anguish waiting for them unless they surrendered their life to the Lord. You could argue that they didn't pull that off. But the other thing is that you're working with kids now, 5, 6, 7 years old. Like, I've been alive for 8 years. Out of 8 years I've been alive, Trump's been president for one of them.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was another year where it was likely that he was going to be president. So like 2 years out of 6 have been Trump-dominated, and I'm a child.
Oh, good Lord.
There is no right and wrong anymore. There is no truth. There is no lies. There is no path. There is no light. There is no darkness. All is nothing, as are we.
Hey, don't get it.
Do not bind us to church or family or love. There is nothing further.
I would say yes, church wouldn't make a whole lot of sense if I was 6 years old and he was president. I wouldn't understand what the hell's going on.
Well, that's why these kids they're like, well, the parents take them to church, so they're like, well, I guess this is what the world is, Trump. And then they go to church and like, this doesn't make any sense. And then they go through this haunted house and they see Satan and they're like, oh, I get it. Yeah, Satan. I follow Satan now. Now let's go to the parking lot for trunk or treat.
Why?
In the parking lot where the parents, because the world is so scary now, parents go to the church parking lot and they open up their trunk and that's where the candy is. Because that's safer. But the thing is, there is no safety now. There's safety nowhere, parents.
I don't know how you tell somebody who the damn president is. You go to school, it's going to be on a picture on the wall. Maybe it's good. Maybe a child prefer to be in church as opposed to, maybe think church is cool instead of Trump. I don't see how Trump seems like children would look at him and think, oh, that's something cool. I don't, unless they're just mean little children. I don't understand that. He don't look like something that like children would think, like the Fonz or something, like kids like the Fonz. He don't seem like that at all to me.
No, I can't imagine there's a kid. I mean, I guess maybe just mean kids, or maybe there's a kid who just like wants to just really dissolute. Like these new Satanist kindergartners. I mean, they might like Trump because nothing matters. I don't think you come to Trump because you want to like Trump. Trump is, and therefore you like nothing.
That makes more sense right there, yeah.
So that's Halloween down at Lord Satan's Blood Farm. Come on down. It's at the Rat Hollow Baptist Church.
Why would you tell someone? I know they're your sponsor, but if you're taking a child down there and they go through that and they come out liking Trump, then I don't want that.
Well, they're going to experiment with it. Maybe they'll figure a way to pull it out.
Well,
I mean, look, these kids are going to be fucked up anyway. What are you going to do? Like take them to the Satan house, let them watch CNN? It's all the same.
Well, yeah.
Happy Halloween!
Well, I don't want to. Can we just skip this part? We'll talk about the news because I get tired of talking about it.
It's already so hot. I'm covered in sweat.
I feel as bad as any other people on CNN feel right now having to be on there. I don't want to talk about the news.
Is that what people? Who's on CNN these days? I don't watch it. Who are the Trump people?
I don't know about Trump people. Now CNN's awful. First off, it's terrible. Doesn't serve any purpose. Don't watch it. And I ain't giving no, But there's personalities and some of them. I like old Mr. Don Lemon. I always liked him, so I turn it on in the evening. Sometimes catch a little bit of Don Lemon before I go to sleep. But the rest of them, I don't know. He don't like Trump, by the way. Don Lemon don't.
Who does anybody on CNN like Trump?
Well, they got rid of that one man for saying Hitler or something. I don't know. You getting fired? People getting fired all the time over something Hitler or doing something to a woman. That's everybody in the news.
These are good firings.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying there's a lot of them. I'm glad they're happening, but good God Almighty. That's what it is now. Yeah.
It's like you bought a house that was 97% cockroaches. Somehow you just didn't know it. Maybe because you never looked at them. Oh, God, it's hot.
The house is made out of cockroaches.
Like the walls instead of insulation.
Oh, they inside the walls. You could hear if there was that many. You could hear them.
Well, maybe you weren't listening.
Well,
and then all of a sudden you're like, "Fuck it!
Hey,
this house is full of cockroaches." That's what's happening now. And then you go through the process of trying to fire the cockroaches. And say, "Man, there's a lot of cockroaches in Hollywood, but you live in a cockroach house."
Yeah.
I do. I live in a cockroach house. And so do you, Jackie. And so do you, listener man.
What's O'Reilly paid? How much money was it? O'Reilly pays $40 million, $30 million, whatever. For no reason.
That's
what
why
he said.
I'm saying them books he wrote were just going to pay people off because I don't know why else they exist.
He sells a few, so yeah.
There's
shit there. Is that what he says? He's going through his head. I'm gonna keep myself. I'm not gonna say anything to this lady. Wait a minute, I got Killing Whatever coming out next week. I'm just gonna do whatever I want to. He said he's mad at God, is what he said.
He's mad. Let me tell you, here's what come up on a damn one section of the news on the computer today. This is a whole section on Bill O'Reilly. Let me just read you some headlines here. They'll give you a sense of what this story's all about. This is the email Megyn Kelly sent to Fox executives amid Bill O'Reilly's sexual harassment scandal on BillO'Reilly.com. How's he still afford a domain? Statement on behalf of Bill O'Reilly relating to the New York Times smear piece. Fox News, says the BBC. Bill O'Reilly and Megyn Kelly clash over sex claims. That's a weird headline. Sex claims? I don't think it's just sex claims. Eric Bowling accepts Bill O'Reilly's apology for using his son's death to win sympathy.
Yes, yeah. No.
Megyn Kelly drops hammer on Bill O'Reilly. Oh, I wish that was literally.
He just get mad and holler. He'd never hear the end of it.
You ever had a hammer dropped on? Bill O'Reilly settled new harassment claim, then Fox renewed his contract.
That's the thing right there I don't understand. If you know he's going to cost you that much, and you still go. But I guess that's what went on evidently at Fox News. That's to all of them, right? I don't know. Somebody gets fired every week, so I don't know.
Bill O'Reilly mad at God over sexual misconduct allegations. In this day and age, I think it's understandable to be mad at God. But leave it to Bill O'Reilly to make it about himself.
Well, yeah.
Am I mad at God? O'Reilly said. Yeah, I'm mad at him.
Who?
I wish I had more protection.
Well,
I wish this stuff didn't happen. I can't explain it to you. Yeah, I'm mad at him.
protection, that's $32 million right there.
Get mad at God. That would be, if he, like, when he goes to heaven, and after he gets into heaven, which is not going to happen, by the way. I don't think, I just want to make perfectly clear, I don't think Bill O'Reilly's going to heaven.
It's a hypothetical thing, yeah.
But if he got to meet God, then the rest of eternity would be him asking the angels what they thought about God's body language when he met him. Was he impressed? I like to think that he was impressed. He knows that he's talking to a peer. So, Bill O'Reilly's terrible. These are days when Gretchen Carlson and Megyn Kelly, Bob Corker and John McCain, Jeff Flake,
Yeah.
become heroes. These are strange days, Jackie.
Low bar, as I say.
What the damn... If you'd asked me yesterday what we'd be talking about today, I would have said, well, folks, we'll be talking about John McCain feuding with Donald Trump, saying that, damn, draft dodgers got out because of bone spurs. And then today he said that, I didn't mean the president. Only the most famous bone spur in the fucking world.
Hey, don't say it that way. I don't know of any other bone spur. That's the first time I heard.
You never heard of a bone spur?
Not myself, huh?
What is a bone spur?
I guess something wrong with your foot.
I was about to make fun of you, but I really don't know either.
Well, there you go.
I guess if we don't know, we're doing all right. Foot-wise, I guess we're doing all right.
Well, yeah.
Because you might have wanted one back in Vietnam. McCain said rich kids did not go to Vietnam. He was a rich kid, though, right? He had daddy.
And Daddy's a military
Yeah,
admiral.
you got to get your boots on. We're driving down to the sign-up center. Today's the day, son. Okay, Daddy. Get out of there. I'm coming. I'm just saying goodbye to all my animals. Got a bunch of stuffed animals lined up on the bed. Goodbye, Captain Fluffy. What was popular in maybe a Snoopy?
I guess Snoopy back in. I don't know. It was a long time ago when he was a little boy. Yeah. That before Snoopy.
I love you, Snoopy. Anyway, damn John McCain.
He ain't let up on him.
Sneaking it to Trump.
He ain't let up on him after a certain point. He just, which he shouldn't either, after he was called a loser, whatever, a coward or whatever, not a hero, whatever you want to call him.
I really thought Trump was going to come back at McCain. I guess he got distracted by Corker. I was half expecting him to.
Well, he got one out. I guess one Twitters against out Corker, but now Flake's going to be.
That's going to be Flake.
So
McCain missed. I guess McCain was like, give it to me, you son of a bitch. And then I guess.
Let's be, people asking, well, why is Flake doing this? Why I'd rather him be fighting with any of these people than in a, Gold Star widows. I'll take this. This is, please. If they're just doing this to distract him from going after that poor woman, and so be it. Good on them. If for no other reason.
I spoke his name very, what he say? Very enthusiastic, clearly, and just right on the tip of my tongue. I knew it before they told it to me. They were like, okay, and this soldier is, and I said the name, and they're like, how'd you know that? I said, I just knew it. Like he did a Karnak routine. Listen, folks, it's not funny. I want to stress here that Trump got that $25,000 check.
Oh, yeah.
Out to that family.
As soon as
he had not forgotten it.
Yeah.
It's not like he just says things, that words fall out of his mouth like shit out of a buffalo.
Yeah, well, I'll let you get away with that. That's about right, yeah.
And then there's like how dogs shit? And then you got to get the fucking bag out and pick that shit up.
I don't have to hear the other.
And a lot of dogs just want to get as away from that shit as fast as possible, or they see a squirrel, or they smell some other dog's piss. That's Trump And the shit is his words.
Yep. Well, you said dog tried to get away from his own stuff. Shit, you know. Now Trump turn around, jump right back in it, and roll around in his own.
He will double down.
Yeah.
He will double down.
He don't want to get away from none of it.
He'll double down on racist stuff.
Well, man, of course, it does.
If he has a chance of being called racist, he's going to double down on it. If it's just some bullshit like, hey, let me send you $25,000. What is the average American life worth? Triple it. 25,000. Oh, they're really going to think I'm a generous. Yes, 25 grand. How would 25 grand? But that just sounds like something out of a figure he would make up, like when he was calling gossip columnists and said Donald Trump was out last night with 25,000 women.
Yeah.
It's just a fake number you come up with. So he sent them the check.
Well, the same day, Washington Post newspaper come out and said the man ain't got paid yet. At least he got to him, yeah.
I'm glad somebody got $25,000. I'm sorry the way it happened. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry, everybody. I wish people get mad at Trump, but there's a lot of sorrow. I wish, like, somebody dress up like Trump and be getting a dunk tank and people throw balls and then the Trump fall in the water. That'd be funny. But what they really need is a Trump apology booth where, like, Trump has suddenly, for one night only, been given the gift of understanding human emotions, and you just walk up to him, and anybody who lives in America can walk up to him, and he'll take you by the hand, and he'll look you in the eye, and he will give a sincere apology. He'll speak to you like a human being. He'll ask about you.
That's not,
And then the next morning, do you think that there's a chance that maybe like at Christmas, some ghosts will come see him and he'll wake up and he'll go, buy everybody a goose?
Nope. The ghosts will get tired of being in there with him. How long do you think Kelly has sat in a room trying to teach him something?
Oh, Kelly's like a ghost.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that Lord knows he's walked out of the room several times. A ghost is going to give up trying to make him do anything. Ain't no poor people getting a goose that day.
Plus, there's no ghost I'd want to be. The past, I wouldn't want to see his dumb past, awful. I wouldn't want to see his present, definitely, because I'm living in that shit.
And
the future, fuck that.
Well, hey.
I don't want to know. I don't know if it's a ghost. Is it like Ghosts of Christmas, or is it like damn My Fair Lady and John Kelly's in there? John Kelly, what is his stupid name? Who cares?
General Kelly.
General Kelly is his first name. He had it legally changed. He's General Kelly now. He comes in there, he sits down, he's like, bye, George, I think you got it. And then he turns around, he's like, he does not have it. But, like, you can't say that to Trump. You can't go to Trump, you dumb motherfucker. You say, who,
hey.
what? No. He'll be tweeting before you get out. You got to say, yeah, that's it. You're getting it. You're getting it. Ugh. This is like the biggest spoiled-ass baby in the world, and we elected him president, and now he sits up there, and everybody has to be like, oh, you've got it. It's like the kid in the Twilight Zone who made the TV.
Yeah.
You know the one?
It's an old one, yeah.
Oh, terrible. That's what we're all doing now. We're just whatever you say, Johnny.
Well, they gave him what? They went and had them dinner. They gave him 3 rounds of applause in it after he listed his achievements. What?
At the Unity dinner?
Yep. Unity Day.
After fighting with Corker. Also, this Unity dinner, just so I'm clear, is about 100% white men, senators.
I believe.
That's the Unity.
Yep.
He can't even keep them together.
Who's
Sorry,
next? I wish you throw $1 down on who. We got McCain, which that was expected. Corker come out because Corker would liked him for a while, sort of, kind of.
Corker figured out. Corker at one point could have been General Kelly, and then he's seen what's happening to General Kelly, who has to give a speech. Everybody got mad at General Kelly, and granted, he basically just called people liars, made it kind of racial, and
Yep.
I don't know. So Corker was watching General Kelly, and basically Corker's like, you know what? There is no way. I'm not trying to defend Corker. I don't know what it's like to be one of these Republicans who tried to get on the Trump train. Because the whole time, we're telling y'all he's the ultimate fucking Yankee.
Yep. Well, not the language, but
He's the
yeah.
opposite of Andy Griffith.
Loudmouth, know-it-all Yankee. Yeah.
He said that from day one.
Yep.
As soon as he started being popular, we're like, we have to tell people. Why do they not see? We didn't get any views or anything on any of them.
Yeah,
videos.
nobody wanted to care.
Nobody
want to hear us. Yeah,
listening.
nobody. Yeah.
No. I don't know if it's the message or the messenger. Anyway, Corker's like, what? Like, well, okay, so people like him. Maybe we can use him. Like, at some point, people mad at Corker today. Like, why did it take you a year to call Trump a fucking asshole?
Hey.
But at some point, like, he's in there. What are you going to do? You have to try to.
You can take what you can get nowadays. Like I said, the bar's low. Kasich and him and Corker and Flake today.
And like, are they going to start their own party? But who would vote for them? This is the other thing. Nobody wants them.
Nope. Well, they all quitting. McCain is dying, bless his heart. Sorry to hear it, but the other two, they just walking away. Corker may be running for president. I don't know. I don't know what the hell Flake's doing. Flake just had enough. To hell with this.
Those are our heroes today. Jeff Flake. People who have coddled, and they've all been a little flinty with him, but like for too long, let this guy take root in our Oval Office. What did Jeff Flake say? You didn't want to be complicit?
He didn't want to be complicit.
I think he's already complicit.
Yeah, well, that's too late for that.
We're all complicit.
Should have been, I'm sorry for being complicit. I got to go. That'd be enough.
They going to pass that tax bill?
Hell, I don't see how they're going to pass. I don't know. They need something to. They may figure out how to do it, but they ain't done nothing else. I don't know.
Paul Ryan says it's just a Twitter spat.
Well, I don't know.
That's bad enough, right? Think back a few years ago. Jackie, did you like Obama?
No.
Imagine if under Obama, people were like, oh, Obama got into a Twitter spat. We'd be like, what? The president got into a Twitter spat? Now that's an excuse for things. It's like, no, it's just the president getting into a Twitter spat.
That's all he does. I don't know anything else he does. What else does he do?
Do you see all the presidents?
Yeah.
Not the bad one, but the other ones.
Well, he didn't go, yeah. They were trying to do something for Puerto Rico, so obviously he wasn't there. And don't say he was busy doing something, because he's probably golfing.
He was on. Wasn't he on video? I think he was there by video. Yeah,
Well,
it wasn't just. I think it was all the hurricanes.
All right.
All of them. Now you have to have benefit concerts for all the hurricanes.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Instead of doing this now, why don't we just wait till October and just do all the hurricanes that are going to happen, like all 15 of them?
We better do a marathon. Now, hold up. There's a few more coming. We don't want to get out 3 nights in a row. Just hold up.
So Bush said something to Obama, made a joke, made Obama laugh.
Well, he's funny. Old W is funny. Yeah.
Is there something wrong with me that I just like seeing all the... Am I part of the problem? Am I part of the centrist problem that keeps sending bombs overseas by the military-industrial... I just like seeing... I don't want to cause any problems. I just want to see all the presidents on stage laughing and holding hands, and Clinton dressed like Forrest Gump's son, and George W. Bush making Obama laugh, and Jimmy Carter in the corner.
Nobody talking to him.
Jimmy Carter, he'd give an interview to the damn New York Times. He said the press has been really hard on Trump.
Yep.
He said that none of the other presidents like him, basically come out and said that. He really wants to go to North Korea. Carter wants to go to North Korea.
Well, send him over there. Fine.
He wants to come back.
Oh.
He said that he voted for Sanders.
That makes sense, yeah.
Rosalind said, He said he didn't think there was enough evidence that Russia was swayed the election.
He just whatever it is, he's gonna say the opposite just to get people riled up. That's what Jimmy Carter's always done. That's what he still does. That's why he ain't nobody like him.
Roslyn said it did.
Well, good. Somebody smart.
How much peanut money you think he would have made if he'd...
Well, he could have kept his own business. I know he could have stayed in business the whole time. He sold a peanut farm, yep.
He'd be paying people to build them poorhouses.
Yep.
Instead of out there doing it himself. He's, 97 years old? How old is he?
He up there, yeah.
Beat cancer?
Yeah. Brain cancer. That's, the hope for McCain, I guess.
What else has been happening? They're going to release the JFK doc. This is the part where we say, we need to have a little musical sting that says, what the fuck else?
Hey. Why do you just...
Trump's going to release the damn JFK documents.
Yeah.
He's probably going to wait until he insult. Who could he insult? Like, he could make fun of Jesus and get away with it.
Well, yeah. He could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and get away with it.
He's going to release the JFK documents. Kid Rock is not running for Senate.
Well,
there was an article about Lindsey Graham being pals with Donald Trump now.
Well, Donald Trump don't think he's his friend. He may think he's friends, but...
Lindsey Graham, like, I grew up in the back of a liquor store, and now I'm on Air Force One. I look over, and there's the president. That's quite a thing. That's basically what he said.
No.
I don't know. I wish I lived in the back of a liquor store right now because of who you sit next to on that plane. And if I was on the plane with Trump, I wouldn't be like, oh, there's the president of the United States. I'd be like, fuck me.
Watch your mouth.
Here it is 3 feet in front of me. It's bad enough watching this on my TV. Can we aim this plane into the goddamn lake? Not to kill Trump, just to end my own. Trump can get a parachute. I'm looking for my own personal escape.
Yeah.
You're all complicit, you flakes.
America needs just, I don't understand how half the country doesn't realize, it doesn't make a bit of sense to me that we have elected the absolute worst person you could to be the president of the United States.
There's got to be worse people than Trump.
I don't know. Who?
Maybe you're right. There's nobody worse. There's nobody that could be worse as president than the president we got now. How did we do that?
I don't know.
Manson? Marilyn Manson?
Marilyn Manson now in jail, you mean? Not
No, Charles Manson.
Marilyn, who's...
Neither one of them. Marilyn Manson at least has some good songs.
That's a singer, right? You said that earlier, yeah. Charles Manson.
Charles Manson, Maybe Charles Manson now, not when he was young.
O.J. Simpson. Might be.
No, because O.J. Simpson, if I see pictures of him golfing, they don't make me gag. He looks better golfing. He murdered some people, yeah, but he's a handsome man.
He's a good-looking man, yeah.
He's a little heavier now than he used to be, but...
I don't know if he's gonna look as good. There's a lot of pictures of him playing golf. That's true. You could see those if you get on a computer. There's a lot of them. Just about as many as him as Trump. Looks better at it, yeah.
No, it's not. There's not many worse people I can think of. He's it. We did it. I guess we're done.
Something to be said for American ingenuity. Something, how you say it, that if you're going to do something wrong, you're going to do it the, worst way possible.
Zodiac Killer?
Well, Zodiac, he got things done. He used to write letters, remember?
Oh, yeah, he could write a letter.
He wrote long letters saying what he's going to do.
Did it. Made a puzzle.
that made puzzles. Trump couldn't figure out a puzzle, let alone make one, and the man ain't ever written a letter that's more than 2 words.
Yep, I guess we did it, America. I guess we did it. Well, I guess things can't get any worse. Oh, wait. Hey, Jackie. Nazis coming to fucking Murfreesboro.
Oh, don't. I want to try to get through. It makes me so damn mad. There's a group of Nazis, white supremacists, whatever you want to call it, to go march on the square. This for real now. It's in the news, everything else. And let me tell you right now, this ain't Murfreesboro. They're coming from other places. These ain't local fellas, as far as I know. Like one of these groups come out of Detroit, one come from here, one come from that. And I ain't saying that Murfreesboro got, don't have none of it, but, a lot of these people.
Let me tell you, they're coming to Shelbyville and to Murfreesboro because they think they're going to get a more sympathetic crowd than they got in Charlottesville or these other places. No. I heard them saying, the law enforcement down here, they ain't going to be like up there where they let them Antifas get up close. Listen, folks. It seems like there's some debate about whether you have a counter-protest, you engage them, you punch them, or you ignore them and they look pathetic and like a wet, limp pile out there with like 20 people with signs. I don't know what's best. I don't want anybody to get hurt.
That's the main thing. Yeah, I don't want. Best advice what they're telling the stores to do down there is don't be open. It's on the square. A lot of them board it up like it's a damn hurricane or something, which that's probably wise too. You just lock it up and take the key, get out of town for the weekend, and come back the next day like nothing happened. I think that's the best plan there. But I don't know if you won't go holler at a Nazi. I ain't gonna tell some young person that a Nazi says shouldn't exist. I ain't gonna tell them they shouldn't go holler at him. So I don't know.
I just don't want. Everybody's afraid of violence. I don't want there to be violence. I also don't want to turn on the TV and like Nazis giving warm welcome in Murfreesboro. Listen, most people don't like Nazis. They don't like white supremacists. They don't like the Klan. They don't like these motherfuckers.
Hey, but yeah.
No matter where you go, no matter how deep down into Mississippi, sure, you might get some sympathetic if they come in there and they start talking about the goddamn monuments and the fucking flags and all this bullshit.
Watch it, man.
Like, don't get seduced. Don't get manipulated.
Don't be one of those very fine people.
I don't like to be worried about this, but y'all voted for fucking Trump.
All right, watch it. Well, hopefully some of them that did it can see. Now, granted, there are some people who voted for him and says there's going to be Nazi marches on all the streets, and they were happy about it. Now, there's a lot of people who voted for him who were saying right now,
most people don't like that.
Nazi, gonna give you a little credit.
Most people don't like that.
That's good. They
just made the world a little easier for them to operate in. But now's your time to stand up and say no to Nazis.
Be like Jeff Flake.
Why to spell that out?
I know that's Congress had to do it. Congress and the Senate had to put out a statement after the president prayed. Why should anybody have to say out loud Nazis are bad people? We do not condone Nazis. Our government, United States government, after whooping our ass in World War II, just a month, how long, it wasn't long ago at all, had to come out and say publicly to the world, we don't like Nazis. We need to make sure everybody understands that because evidently our president does.
I hope everything goes okay in Murfreesboro. Also, there's Jack Brown's Beer and Burger joint. Has I think it's a Greg Brady burger. That's really good burger.
Well, don't go on Sunday to get it.
Don't go on Sunday to get it.
Won't be open, hopefully.
And Demas's Steak and Spaghetti House, also great. But don't listen. Also, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a fucking Nazi, these places don't want you.
No.
I don't know that 100%, but I'm just going to assume that they're good, non-Nazi people.
I was once a mayor of Murfreesboro, and I'm going to say right now, we did never discuss liking having Nazis. We do not want Nazis here. Please don't come. And if you're going to just, everybody don't, I don't want nobody to get hurt, y'all. That's it.
But if a lot of them get locked into the giant cedar bucket, What could that hurt?
Well, now see you telling somebody to do that. You put somebody up to it, and they gonna get hurt trying to put them all in a bucket.
Okay, don't put. Listen, the best thing is that these Nazis come to a place. Yes, everybody wants to punch a Nazi. That's true. But here's what would honestly be the best reaction was for all these Nazis to show up. And first of all, they find out there's only like 40 of them. And they show up and they're like, well, we're here in Dumbfucksville, Squirrel Shit, Tennessee. And all these dumbass motherfucking rednecks are climbing up out of their holler logs to get down to the Murfreesboro Square to jump up and down on photos of Colin Kaepernick. What would be great is if these dumb Nazi sons of bitches, fucking dickhead shit asses, come to Murfreesboro expecting to draw out our worst fucking impulses, and they find the best of us on every goddamn corner. They go into Jack Brown's beer burger joint to get that Brady burger with the chips and the macaroni, and they're like, hey, you Nazis are not welcome here. And they're like, I thought this was Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where the racists and the rednecks live. And they're like, nope. You are in the goddamn cradle of the best of America, you motherfucker.
Hey, but yeah, in this case, I don't like the language, but yeah.
And instead of a violence, and maybe this is my privilege speaking, those Nazis just hang their heads and racist Charlie Brown music plays, and they get in their goddamn racist mobiles, and they drive all the way back to the north, which is really just as racist as the South, but without the history, with its own racist history.
Well, everybody's got
without
the
monuments. But they have monuments, too.
There's a few.
There's blamed. We're all complicit.
Yeah.
And what about Shelbyville? That's where they started because they see all those Facebook videos about how Shelbyville is 97% Muslim. I know a lot of Baptists who would beg to differ.
Yeah.
And I'll start in Shelbyville. Then they're like, you know what? We could do Murfreesboro, too. As a matter of, and then why don't we go up to Dollywood, see if we can make Dollywood by sundown.
I guarantee you, Dollywood ain't going to have no Nazis in Dollywood. She's a good woman, good-hearted woman. I don't care what kind of jokes old Jane Fonda makes next to her. Dolly Parton's always the best, nicest woman ever. She will not cater to Nazis like our president does. Dolly will not do that.
In the classic Dolly Parton song, 3 Doors Down, if she sang, 3 doors down, they're laughing and singing and they're all Nazis, she would march down there and say, y'all Nazis, get the hell out of here. You don't want to see me roll my shirt sleeves up and give y'all a good East Tennessee ass kicking.
That's right. Y'all need to straighten your act up. Some of you, I know your mamas, and they saw you dressed like that and Highland Hitler, and they wouldn't have you know better than that. Get your ass home. Yeah, that's Dolly right there.
We need find you Dolly Parton this weekend if these stupid ass Nazis come. Oh boy. I hope when they are in Shelbyville, that the Tennessee walking horses rise up and form a protective wall around the town.
If all the Tennessee walking horses got together, got to thinking that way, it'd be hard to get past them, I'll tell you right now.
And those horses could be an inspiration to people across America. They're like, well, there's good people on both sides. They see them horses, they go, you know what, I was wrong. Maybe sometimes it takes a strong horse to show a weak man.
That's right.
And then them Tennessee walking horses can rise up against their masters and throw off the shackles and murder their torturers and their... Look, I'm not wishing violence. I don't want there to be violence against the Nazis, even though they deserve it, and maybe that's the only way to deal with them. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's what you're debating on Facebook, I'm not going to get in there and argue with you. And I also don't want the Tennessee walking horses to murder the people who own them and train them.
Well, no.
That probably hurts. But that's neither here. We're not talking about Tennessee walking horses.
Shelbyville.
So, folks, just be the best you can this weekend.
Do what you got to do, but be careful and be safe. That's the main thing.
Don't come to Jackie's store, Nazis.
No, don't. You better not come here. No, sir. No, don't you even think about coming here. No, sir.
Okay, let's run it. Here's a scenario. What if a Nazi comes in and hey,
Get the hell out!
Fuck, that scared the shit out of
Hey.
me.
Well, that's what
It worked on me. I know it's gonna work on a Nazi.
Damn
They're gonna
right.
be scared of you, laying eyes on you. They're like, "What the fuck, deliverance?"
Hey.
Like, I know we were looking for some deliverance-ass racist motherfuckers, but I think
All
we may have gone too deep. Abort. Maybe we should post Jackie at the city limits, and they're like, no, I'm scared.
If that's public service, somebody wants me to do it, I'll scream, get the hell out all day to a Nazi. Unless it doesn't leave, then I'd have to, do something else.
What you gonna do?
Huh?
What you gonna do?
It depends.
Yep, that's right. You hear that?
Yep.
Nazis?
It depends. Yeah.
Now's the time that we both have to go. Our podcast come out really great, we know. Our time is at an end, so until we meet again, we'll just have to say goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. A postcard to you we will send if a stamp to us you'll lend, so we can write and say goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Nazi better not show his face around this part. My store, anyway, if they want to go up to the square and walk around like a bunch of idiots, it won't be the first time I've seen a bunch of idiots walk around a square. They can do that, walk around. How many times they walk around a square? Just once and then they go? Because it don't take too long to walk around it. It's a march, right?
Is it a march or a demonstration? I don't know what the difference is.
I don't know either.
I think they were saying they didn't know if they was going to give them a permit, but it didn't matter if they gave them a permit or not. I think they're still allowed to come. America. Did I say 2 doors down or 3 doors down? I may have said 3 doors down.
It's 2 doors
It's
down.
2
3
doors
doors down. That's
if I
something
said
else.
3 doors down.
What is that, though? That's something else. I've heard that somewhere.
Nothing you want to hear again.
Okay, that sounds, but 2 doors down. What
2
she used
doors
to sing.
down,
'Cause-
they're laughing and
well,
singing
you can
and
hear
having
through
a party.
if it's only 2 doors down, you can hear. If you get 3 doors down, they got
That's too loud.
Well, they're way too loud.
Call the police.
Yeah.
You call the police when there's a party, loud party, 3 doors down.
If
You can't call the police on a Nazi march.
What?
2 doors down. Yeah, 3 doors down, they'd be like, they got to shut up. But 2 doors down, love interest.
Having a good time, yeah.
They laughing and singing and having a party. 2 doors down, they're not aware that I'm around.
That's a good one. I still like Jolene. That's the one I like.
How's that go?
Jolene,
Yeah.
Jolene, Jolene, Jolene. Hell, I can't, I can't sing like Dolly, but,
I would hate to hear that.
What?
Nothing. I'm censoring myself. Hey, at damn Jack Brown's Beer and Burger joint, the Greg Brady burger topped with house-made mac and cheese, and Martin's barbecue potato chips. That sounds pretty good. A hamburger at Jack Brown's Beer and Burger Joint. If they survive this weekend, you should go out there and get that burger. A tasty, tasty-ass burger.
They ain't the sponsor. That's not a sponsor, is
But
it?
maybe we get a free fucking burger.
I ain't had one yet, so if it's good, I'll try one. Yeah, I've heard people say it's good. I don't know if I had one. I don't think I have.
We'll go we'll see what's happening next week.
Well, after the night, if it's like, I ain't going near the square. Is all the other stuff gonna be going on the square? They're shutting it down, right?
Well, I
Putting
read
up
something that
boards.
was going. I like that. Maybe it's not even happening because everybody's confused. I read something that's going to happen. It's going to end up at the damn mansion, the damn plantation.
Oakland's mansion.
Oakland's mansion.
Out there, yeah.
But that's not close to the square, is it?
Not really. No.
That's a walk.
That's a good walk right there. If you walk from one, that's a little ways.
So I don't know where these Nazis are going to be.
Well, hopefully nowhere. Hopefully the car breaks down on the way or something.
I don't want them to get
happens.
to Shelbyville either.
Well, I don't want them to be anywhere. I just assume they can get out of the country as far as I'm concerned. I always thought America, what we did was we killed and beat and showed Nazis a lesson. That's what I thought our country stood. That's what I thought.
That was a safe assumption.
That was at one time. That's what America did. There's lots of movies, John Wayne movies. We're killing and telling them Nazis what the worst they could be. But nowadays it's different, and that's something I didn't expect to see. Right. In my particular at one time Republican Party of the GOP. I didn't think that was ever going to be a platform that say a Republican president would take on. I just never did foresee that happening, and yet here we are.
Seems to be.
Yeah, seems to be.
I thought America was a place Nazis would not want to live. Where do you want to live, Nazi friend? I don't want to go to America. They'll beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like if Nazis lived in America, they were in hiding. Like,
oh yeah.
Like damn.
Well, we found them. They wasn't hiding.
Brian Singer.
Didn't too many of them hide here. They went down to Argentina, whatnot. They knew damn well the few that tried here. We caught them SOBs. We tracked them down. Yeah. Who?
What? Sorry, I said Brian Singer too. That's gonna be bad when that comes back up.
What is it?
Everything I ruined the mood like 7 times in this.
Huh?
But fuck Nazis.
Hey.
Well, come on.
Well, all right.
Come on, that's one you can give me. Fuck Nazis.
All right, that's it. I'm gonna give
I
you
want
that.
you to hear it say, you said it good, Dunlap.
No.
After I say, just give me that.
I'll just give you a nod of approval. You'll get
All
that.
right, okay.
All right,
okay, here we
it,
go.
And that's it. I don't want to hear it again.
Okay,
One time.
okay,
All
here we
right,
go.
One time, that's it. It's all you get. You better enjoy it.
Fuck Nazis.